So many players are focusing on the complete wrong thing when it comes to this game, and you think that you are learning and getting better at Counter-Strike 2, but ultimately you are completely trolling yourself. What I am talking about is learning the dumbest lineups possible, trying to create your own crazy lineups. Guys, I'm going to give you my advice from somebody that has 16,000 hours in this game, competed internationally, made it to the top of the PUG scene, FPL scene, and the competitive scene here in North America. There is a major flaw in the way that you are learning, and we are going to make sure that you are no longer doing this today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Stop learning such unnecessary grenade lineups. It's one of the biggest issues I see like newer players, face level 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 players doing, is they'll be like, it comes out of good faith, but they'll be like, CoJo, dude, this is an insane lineup that I made for this specific smoke, and it's so crazy, it's so good, it's amazing. And it's something like, oh dude, I'm the pit player and I'm gonna come over here and chuck a smoke onto B, and this B smoke is gonna come over here and land on top of half wall, and it's gonna smoke my teammates off perfectly. And I'm like, guys, that's amazing, that's a wonderful smoke, but it's so useless in 99% of the rounds. You're focusing on the wrong thing. You've created this smoke, you've learned this crazy lineup, but you don't even know more useful things like how to instantly smoke down banana from spawn in here, right? There's so many more useful things that we could be doing with our time and learning in this game than creating these extravagant, insane, crazy lineups, and it's ultimately taking away from our focus on becoming the best player possible. I'm going to explain to you the mindset you got to look at, the lens you got to look at through, and just understand how to use nades in this game. But first, I have to give you a message on how to get the juiciest looking Counter-Strike 2 skins inside of this game.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys, so stop learning and stop putting so much time into these crazy 4,000 IQ next level montage smokes that are going to do absolutely nothing for you and ultimately don't even matter. Instead, what we need to look at the game is through two different ways. One, we need to learn actual useful set lineups, right? So your YouTube videos where you're learning lineups, cool, awesome, that's fine as long as they're useful. And two, we need to get good at using utility on the fly. So I'm going to give you some examples of this so that you understand exactly what I mean. We already kind of did. It's like, cool, if you want to learn a set lineup out of CT here where you can instantly smoke down banana, that's awesome, that's amazing. For me, what I know very well are these instant smokes that go down middle, right? And I don't have the exact spawns here, so it's probably gonna miss. I know every single spawn in Inferno where I can smoke down middle and completely dominate, right? And that did end up missing out. So these are actually useful smokes because I'm going to throw them every single game. If you're not throwing this utility, the smokes, mollies, whatever, almost every game or every other game, then you're ultimately just wasting your time learning them, in my opinion, because there's so much more useful things you can focus on. You're not a tier 1 pro, you're not playing on Vitality, you're not sitting here getting salaried to play the game 20 hours a day, 13 days a week. So at the end of the day, guys, you're absolutely just wasting your time. There's so many more useful things that you could be focusing on. If you're a pro on one of these teams, of course you got to know these gimmicky smokes that you're going to throw once every 7 games because your teammates are going to need you to throw it. They're going to need you to use this. Instead, if we focus on like these lineups and stuff that we're going to do every single game, it's amazing. On Inferno, for example, here, I memorized and know this backhaul smoke very well because I throw it so much. Same thing with the CT smoke. I'm trying to learn this new one after this update that's been killing me, right? Because it's so much more exact than the other one. Boom, and we're starting to hit it consistent. Ain't no way, bro. You can't make that up, bro. But like this utility that we're either know or we're trying to learn still, as you can see, it burns into our brain so that we actually are going to be able to use it and not forget about it. When we just learn these stupid, crazy, extravagant 4,000 IQ lineups, we end up just failing it and missing it consistently because we're not using it enough. This dark molly is a perfect example of that. Like, cool, it's a great molly for me, but I throw the other ones so much more that sometimes I'm even gonna miss this molly. I should know this, but I don't throw it enough that I will miss it more often than not. So with these lineups, it's just taking up unnecessary brain space that ultimately is going to really hinder you and put your your resources into the wrong type of stuff. So again, learn set lineups you're actually going to use. Learn set lineups that are useful and valuable. It means for your position as well. If you're a B player, learn more B lineups. Don't worry about A stuff as much. For me, guys, I'm the opera on this map. I'm mostly on the A side of things, so I know a lot of A util. When I come to B, honestly, I don't know as much as I should probably, but it's because I'm not over here as much. And if I am, I'm going to do what we're going to lead into this next part of the video, and that is throwing utility on the fly. This is so important, and so many new players and, you know, mid-level players don't understand that throwing utility on the fly is a much more valuable tool to have than just knowing lineups. Knowing lineups is great. It's awesome, right? Because I have the ability to just be like, boom, drop me a smoke, guys. I'm smoking in library and in arch, and boom, these smokes are gonna take their time, but eventually they're gonna get in here and land real nice for us, right? And okay, I was gonna tweak if I missed that as well. So boom, right? So we can snap our fingers and the smokes are there. But if you want to be a dynamic player, if you want to be able to play that next level CS, you've got to be able to think on the fly. And, you know, I might be the rifler on A here. I get a kill. They're running up A. I drop a smoke down and then I stay on top of my box or something. And now, boom, we're playing really sneaky. We're doing this. Same thing on B site. Oh, like, you know, they're running into B. They're throwing all the util. So I'm just going to throw a smoke here to delay, right? Get kills. Maybe a smoke on this side actually would have been better. 100% would have been. So boom, we're dropping a smoke down here. Or it's like, oh, they're running in B. I'm going to throw a flash in front of myself so that I can peek with it, right? Flashing here, shooting through the wall, peek, boom. Same thing CT. Oh, they're running in. I'm flashing off the wall so I can peek with it. But do you see how if we can get good at throwing util on the fly, it is so much more valuable because we can be more flexible. You know, one scenario that I run into is like, okay, I'm on T side and it's like a 1v4 and I'm getting sandwiched and I'm in this logs area. Well, cool. Maybe I'll just throw a flash behind me to blind the car guy so I can peek here real quick and peek this guy. It gets you out of a lot of sticky situations. It makes it so that you can be really flexible. Same thing here if I'm a T on a retake, right? If I'm in a post plant or something on T side, maybe I'm going to sit up here and throw a flash above myself so that I can peek this lane guy or, you know, try to kill this halls guy with. Maybe I'll bounce like some little weird flash off myself here and so I can peek and it's going to land in front of me. There's a million examples of this, and these honestly aren't even the greatest, but you get the idea of if we can throw util on the fly, it increases our dynamic. It makes us more, you know, we're more flowy with our playstyle, and it's really hard to read. It's so easy to read, guys, when you're that type of player that just sits here with the utility lineups and you're like smoking here and then going in, doing this. What are you going to do when you face a player that actually knows how to counter you? What are you going to do when you're the player that has to rely on purely lineups and you're like, boom, okay, flashing, come up here and throw this? What are you going to do when they throw one piece of utility to block you? Now you're in this transition zone where you get smoked off here and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. No, you do know what to do. Throw a flash through there and get in there, right? Like, do your thing, man. Understand how to throw these nades on the fly, and that only comes from getting into a server and literally just sitting here, throwing flashes off walls, throwing HEs off of different things, right? I love doing the smoke blow up practice where there's a smoke and I blow it open. Boom. You know, that's the only way you're going to get better. You're not going to actually develop this. It's not going to get implemented into your game style if you're not actively trying to better yourself in this way. So hopefully this video gave you context as to why you're looking at utility completely wrong. You're wasting your time in this game. We don't need 3000 IQ smokes. Instead, we need practical, useful utility that's going to help us learn and get better. So appreciate every single one of you guys. If you want to support this channel, go ahead and turn those notifications on. Leave a suggestion down below. I love to talk about what you are curious about inside this game. Keep working hard. Stay frosty. I'll see you later. Peace out.